Get ready. I'm about to do something that every one of you have done before. Paint with a paintbrush. Well, we're back at it again. Moving right along. Time to put the coating on the bottom. Not too exciting. I mean, it's painting with a paintbrush. But some things I want to do first is people would talk to me in the comments about drain holes. In these panels on all four corners, there's pockets there, and I agree that there needs to be some kind of drain there. I don't think that there'll be water in there, but you never know if it's going to leak somehow goofy. I don't even plan on getting it in the rain, but if it does and whatever, I don't want it to sit there. So we're going to drill some drain holes first, and then we're going to smear on some paint. Here's a better look from the side. This piece here is what I'm talking about, and it's the same on the back cab corner from where I've changed that and closed all that in. There's no drain for that, so that does leave a cavity. So I'm just going to punch holes on the insides of the rocker. Won't seam or anything. Shouldn't get really clogged up with debris because that'll be in between the frame rail and that rocker, so shouldn't be too bad there. Just safety kind of thing. Got the holes drilled in all four corners. Everything is seam sealed. I've went over it with some degreaser, cleaned everything off, so everything should be ready to go. Using Por15, that's what everybody's told me is the way to go, so we'll see. I went with a semi-gloss, not a gloss. A couple people said gloss, but I don't really want it to be shiny. You know, if it's kind of shiny, that's alright, but I don't want a mirror finish on the bottom. So mix this up and spread some around. That doesn't look like a good start. I can't get it open. Seriously. How's that happen? Okay, I'm not the only one that's having trouble with this lid. This guy says drill a hole in the lid and dump some out. I don't see how that'll work. How the hell will I stir it up before I take it, because I'm not allowed to shake the can? All you Por15 people, how the hell did you get the can open? It's starting. It smells good. is that? That glue the lid shut? That's never, ever going to seal. Looks like we're going to have a really heavy coat on the bottom. Alright, so maybe stirring wasn't that big of a deal. It must be why you could drill a hole. Still not doing that. Now that I finally got the paint can open, let's paint something. Right off the bat, not impressed. Couldn't get the damn can open. Now, painting it, it's extremely thin. And it doesn't really want to cover. I don't know what's up with that. It doesn't want to sit, doesn't want anything. So maybe a second coat will go better, but that's pretty terrible. I'm going to regroup, and maybe we'll try and spray it out of a gun. I mean, that's super thin. I probably just put it in the gun and spray it. So let's try that. I mean, shoot, that's not working. We'll see if we can do it any better with this. I don't even know, but it can't be any worse. Spraying it, definitely covered better. Still not what I was thinking that this was going to be like. I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely wasn't this. It still has a lot of fisheyeing that I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's, maybe I didn't get everything off from the residue from the seam sealer, even though I degreased it really well beforehand. But that did cover a lot better than what it was, so I'm gonna let this dry, hit it with another coat. I don't plan on using that for anything else, so if I've got to hit it till we've put a whole quart of paint on the bottom, that's what we're going to do. Back at it the next day, it looks okay. I guess maybe I had higher expectations for this than what it really was. I don't know. This fisheye separating, I don't know what that's about. The only thing I can attribute to is it must be having some kind of reaction with the seam sealer, but I don't know, because I mean it's in strange places that it's fisheyed. I wiped everything down real good, but evidently there must be something still on it. On a more brighter note of it, I do see the appeal with it on coverage over rust. Down here where it was really rusted and we just kind of scraped it off, neutralized it with the acid, I mean that covered and that made a really good finish. So I get it. I get it on that, that works well. I guess I just had higher expectations for a finish on pretty well any of it, and that's not really the case. But as a sealant, I guess it does just what it would. So I probably will use it in the future, just knowing a little bit better what it's going to come out to. Being that this is the underside of the cab, it's really not a big deal. But I am going to spray another coat on everything, and hopefully that picks up where it's separated and giving me these kind of fish eyes randomly. At least I hope so. You know, it says to do 2 coats, so we'll try the second coat and see where that gets us. Second coat helped a lot. It's far from dry, but it's been sitting there for about 45 minutes or so. If it was going to separate, it would have already. The fish eyes did pretty well cover. There is a couple spots where it's just, you know, pencil head kind of spot that I can see, which I can touch those up just with a paintbrush, and that's probably what I'm going to do. That, I don't know. That was trying, I guess, to say the least, but in the end it is all covered. It is a good coating, just didn't really go that smoothly putting it on. I think I would have had better success had it just been like a rusty panel, and when I go to use this in the future, it'll be on the insides of the fenders, and I think I'll have a lot more success with it. I did learn a bunch with it. You guys saw right along with me there. If I'm messing up, you guys are seeing it. The whole thing of this is just to share my experience. So that's kind of where we ended up today. After this dries, we are going to tackle the actual firewall itself. My plan there is to actually body fill that, block it down, make that nice and smooth, and actually put a automotive spray paint finish on there. Just going to be from a rattle can, but it will be automotive paint, not Por15. So that's where we're heading next time. I'm just try and get everything body worked for the next video, and then we'll kind of go from there on that. Not quite sure how long that's going to take me to get that together. I don't really want to do 2 or 3 videos of me body working the firewall. So we'll be back once I get that done. Just have to see how long that takes. Week's almost over. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.